welcome to AJOCS Insights, where we unlock knowledge to the world. I'm joined today by Professor Guy Midgley, the Editor-in-Chief of the African Journal of Climate Studies, a brand new journal that joined our AJOCS Scholarly Journal collection. He will share with us his involvement in this field of study, about the journal's focus and scope, and what types of article the journal accepts for publication. Prof, thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Can you please share a bit about yourself and your involvement in this field of study?
I've been involved in the area of climate studies since the 1980s. I did a primary degree in plant physiology, so I'm essentially a plant physiologist. But through my work through the National Biodiversity Institute in South Africa, became interested in ecosystems. I worked in desert ecosystems and got interested in heat and drought stress and their effects on vegetation. And that led me in the late 1980s into a career in climate studies. And I worked with government at various levels, looking at impacts of climate change and climate variability on natural vegetation, on agriculture, and then more recently on areas of social ecological systems, including urban settlements and other aspects of human society, human health, and the like. So I've got experience across a very broad range of climate impacts and adaptation. Particularly, I've been an author for the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change since 2000 and have been an author for their last 4 reports.
And this is a newly launched journal. Can you please explain to us the rationale behind its launch and its focus and scope?
2 main areas in the rationale. One is to try and increase and enhance an African voice in the area of climate studies. It's remarkable how relatively invisible African studies on climate have been and climate impacts and adaptation. It is increasing somewhat now, but it's strongly felt that a forum like a journal on climate studies for Africa would provide an outlet for a lot of work that currently isn't seeing the light of day. And this is the main reason. The other reason, of course, is that Africa is the continent that may well be most adversely affected by climate change. And it's very important for African academics to have a venue in which they can share their research amongst each other and with the world. And this is currently not the case. So this journal will hopefully fill that niche.
And what types of articles will you consider for publication?
We're really looking at a very broad range in the area of climate studies. So this would be any study that includes climate variability or climate change as one of its core elements. So this could range from topics as diverse as human livelihoods, societal development, all the way through to agri-sciences, renewable energy, issues such as the just energy transition, the economics of climate change, urban settlements, really the full gamut of studies in climate change. The African continent is a particularly important continent in which climate change will see its effects, and there are many unique aspects that we feel would be very well represented in a journal like this. So we don't want to really close the door on any kind of study that has climate as one of its central elements.
Thank you. So for the viewers, if you think that your research fits into the journal's focus and scope, then please visit the journal's website at climatestudies.org and submit your manuscript for consideration. Prof, thank you for your time today. We are looking forward to working with you.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Big pleasure.